Hey, welcome back to Primetime. This is Dr. Chad Coons, and an interesting topic today is the way that you are sitting in your car secretly doing damage to your body. And I've been actually seeing a lot of different people for even various different types of pains lately, with whether it be hip, low back, heck, even shoulder. And a lot of times a big component of this is actually the way that they're sitting in their car. Now you have to consider there are a lot of different makes and models of cars out there, and that position that it kind of cues you in can actually dictate how you sit into your car. And also, I think it's just something that goes under the radar a lot. Most people don't even think about the way that they're sitting in their car. We pay more attention ergonomically when we're in office space, or maybe we pay more attention to the way we sit on our sofa at night when we're watching TV. But for whatever reason, when we sit into our car, and you know what I'm talking about, you just sit and you just fall into that slot or whatever it is that eventually can absolutely cause significant pain or dysfunctions. I mean, we spend a lot more time in our cars than ever. And if you're anything like me that commutes 30, 45 minutes a day, that's a lot of time spent in the car, especially if you add that up per months or years. It will add up. For example, I noticed for me, as soon as I sat down, my kind of left hip would hike. I would pull my left leg backwards, and my position was actually causing the inner thigh muscles on my left side to really tighten up. And so it's kind of like, what's the point of stretching them out every day if I'm just going to go back and just recreate the tightness? Another gentleman we've been working with, his pain was predominantly coming from the way he was sitting, and his actually started after a really long road trip. And where, people are taking road trips nowadays a lot, especially in the summertime, and maybe 3, 4, 8-hour drive. So it's something, they're even more important with a long time spent in your car to make sure that you're thinking about it. But yeah, this gentleman I'm referring to, we recently treated and are continuing to treat, his was on his right hip, and it's specifically due to the slot and the position that his car was creating. And so we've had to really help correct that, and it's one of those silly things, but it takes actually effort. You get in your car 10 minutes in, oh crap, I gotta change my sitting position, but it's just because it's so subconscious, and we're thinking, we're listening to podcasts, we're in traffic, we're getting mad in traffic, and we're not really thinking about the way we're sitting in our car. But again, we're spending more time than ever, and it certainly is one of those things that does add up. So the point of this, just be more aware of the way you're sitting. There's certain things that you can change in terms of the way you're shifting. You're sitting on one side versus the other. Arm positions can change the way that your spine is. The amount of incline that you do or do not have with the chair, the position, how far or close you are to the wheels. Cars are a lot more, and trucks just in general, vehicles are a lot more flexible in terms of the position you can be, so there's actually a lot more change we can make than we used to be able to. So it depends on your car and make of the model, but hey, just take maybe a minute or two and just kind of think about the way you're sitting in your car, and maybe if you are currently dealing with some form of symptoms, or maybe you're even not, just being more mindful of that, trying to make a change, being better in your alignment can actually save you a lot of stress and trouble down the road. So just want to hop on today for today's Daily Prime to just throw that taste out there, that thought out there, so you guys make the adjustment now before you unfortunately would pay for it down the road. Thank you guys so much, and have a great rest of your day.